What's good, everybody? It's your boy, the Humble Hacker from Chi-Town, Sharon, back on my pen testing tip. I haven't done this in years. I've been focusing on bug bounty. Didn't make that much, but still working on it. I'm gonna go back into doing videos on both pen testing and bug bounty, whichever one interests whoever watches. Go ahead, drop a comment just so I know what more to make, stuff like that. But now I'm on the doing this video series on the road to the OSCP plus this time. Trying to work up to being able to take that exam and hopefully ace it this time. But yeah, just gonna do this video series going over all these machines from offensive security and whatnot, finding out like the patterns, the angles, how to solve them, and things like that, and see if that's good enough to ace the exam and move forward on with content creation and whatnot. So if that's what you like, go ahead, drop a comment, let me know what you think, and then we'll go in and get started. So our first lab is going to be on Algernon. Algernon is a Windows box, and this is the IP address that we got for it. So the first step always do is running nmap scan to see what ports and services are running, and we always go nmap lowercase s capital C. That's for using safe scripts, that so you won't be too noisy knocking on for the system. If it's connected to a network, alarms will trigger and people will be notified. This is kind of like stealthy. And then we go -SV to enumerate versions of the discovered ports found. Then we're going to go OA for output for all formats, and the name of the lab, or the box, which is Algernon, then the IP address, and then we run it. Luckily, I already ran this thing, so I can simply just go cat Algernon nmap, and then we see what we got. Alright, so when it comes to boxes like these, or working for pen testing and whatnot, I always go from top to bottom, just so I know that I'm trying to stay zoned in and focused, things like that, so I don't lose track of anything. So the first thing that we got is FTP open right here. And looking further down, we see that we're able to access this anonymously and without having to log in. So let's go ahead and do that, right? I'm going to go FTP, IP address, hit enter. It's going to ask us for our username. The username is anonymous. We don't need a password, so we hit enter right there. We logged in, right? So we go hit LS. And here's all of the folders that are in this FTP share, so we can look at them one by one. So we can look at IMAP, see what's in there. Nothing. So we go back. So now we can go to logs. Okay, and you got a lot of files on you, but we have an administrative log, right? So we can go ahead and get that by running the command git. Actually, this doesn't autocomplete. Oh, whoops, my bad. Yes, it does autocomplete. I just had it wrong. And 2029, what is that? No, 512. There we go. Okay, it's lowercase, my bad. Alright, so this is a command that we use to download that file. So I've already gotten it, so I'm just going to get rid of this. And see what we get. So we have a user that created an admin under the name admin, but there's really not much else here. So there's really nothing else to go on for it. Alright, so we're done with the FTP. What's next? HTTP. So you have these two here. So I'm going to treat these like one and the same, just so I can cover both bases of the services. So we're focusing on the FTP service. Now we're going to focus on the HTTP service on these two. So we're going to go on regular port 80, and then the second one in the second tab for 9998. So I'm going to go ahead and paste that. Then we're going to go open up another tab. Then we're going to go port 9998 on this one. So let's go to the first. So this is default Microsoft IIS page, and looks like we have another tab with a login for was called Smarter Mail. So this is a web, obviously, like it's a web application like that we might need username and password for it. But let's start with one thing at a time. So we got this IIS server right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this. Then we're gonna start fuzzing it with or as everyone else calls it, FFUF. Now, I'm going to specify my word list. And directory. I use this from this word list is from asset note that I use. So we're going to specify our URL, put our fuzzing point, and always go tick MC 200, meaning to match status code 200. So only give me status codes that have 200 in them. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit enter and see what we get. So we got a root path, and then while that's going on, we could split this and do the exact same thing, but going to do a little bit different here. Going to run the same command as here, but on the port 9998. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to look for the inclusion of a port number in here. Because I cannot remember off top, so I'm just using the application name and the -H for the help menu just to show. Let's see, doesn't really have one for a port, so I just put the port in there anyway. Okay, let's see. Nope, nothing for the port. All right, cool. I'm gonna go colon 9998. Okay, so we're getting some paths here, but they're all one line. Now the cool part about this is with we could just run the same command and then go, since the constants are words that have only one word in them and only one line, we can just easily just go filter word or filter line, put a 1 right there, and it'll filter these out right here. So we're not really getting anywhere with these two from the HTTP end, but we're not done because we still know that this isn't giving us nothing. The second thing to always check is the source code. Always check that before you move on from one tab to go to another. So this one doesn't have squibbity bop in it, but this one does. So this gives us an application name called Smarter Mail. So let's go and see, since we don't have any login, the only thing that we could really look for are potential exploits, right? So we can simply go split this up, and then we can just go, so we can look locally to see if Searchsploit has anything for this particular application name. Then we go and we hit enter, and we see we got a list. So what do we got? We got arbitrary file upload, directory traversal, multiple vulnerabilities, XSS, blah 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 blah. Now this is where the logic comes in to determine what to use. So we work our way. So we work from the top, work our way down. All right, arbitrary file upload. How would this work? If we had access to the application that has upload functionality in it, but we don't, so we don't need that. So we have directory traversal, meaning going up paths. That could mean broken access control and file traversal, but not really something that gets past the login. So we ain't got to worry about that. So we have next one, cross-site scripting. We need access into the app in order to check that. Same thing for this one here. Remote code execution does look good, and this is a Python file that's listed right here. So it looks like everything else except this looks like it's good and there's something. So let's go in and get that. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go and highlight this here. We're going to go Searchsploit dash M for mirror, and then paste that. Okay. Now let's see what this is about. So we're gonna go. Actually, I want to go mouse pad instead. Okay, so mouse pad. Ah, here we go. All right. All right, so let's take a peek at this. So looks like we have a place where we can edit. So let's go and take this info and then get what we need. So we need both our IP address, which is always going to be on ton 0. Gonna go highlight that joint. Put this as the local host. Keep the port there. Get the IP of the target. Copy this here. Paste that here. We're going to save it. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to create a netcat listener on this port 4444. So I'm going to minimize that real quick. Then I'm going to go NC NLVP 1234. I'm going to hit up Python 3. Application here. I'm going to start my listener down here. I'm going to run this application. And we get a connection. Bet. So we can go do something simple. Who am I? See what we get. We are in the authority system, and we confirm that by being in this drive. So that means immediately we can go simply to cd c users administrator, because we are admin. Go to the desktop, and there's our proof right there. And then how we read it, we type in type and the file name. Proof, if I could spell on my dyslexic ass. All right, and we hit that, and then we get the flag. So that's basically my first video in a long time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing more. I'm gonna probably do like 2 a week, and then another video going over bug bounty stuff. Just let me know if you guys enjoyed this content. Like, share, and subscribe, and whatnot. And I will see y'all later.